You're listening to Building the Dream, a show that inspires people to explore business, entrepreneurship, and professional development. I'm Matt Lambert.
And I'm Alex Kazitsa, and we're sitting down with business professionals and entrepreneurs to talk about their journeys, the lessons they've learned, and how they're building their dream. Hey, what's going on, guys? Matt and Alex with Building the Dream Duluth. We're sitting here with Jordan DeCaro, who some would describe as a serial entrepreneur and real estate agent. Jordan's had his hands in everything from laundromats to pizza shops over the past few years. You'll probably be able to see that Jordan doesn't sit still very often.
I'll be able to today.
We're sitting in his newest establishment, the Duluth Tap Exchange, which is a self-pour tap room with over 40 rotating taps on hand at any given time.
And with that, do you want to start us off with 2 interesting facts about yourself, Jordan?
Yeah, so I've been selling real estate since I was 18 years old. And then, my different quality is just how I set myself aside from everybody else as far as a personality. Very energetic, can't sit still. Just try to, either selling a house, coming to the tap room, any endeavor I've ever been a part of, I try to really focus on the people. Technology's gonna keep advancing things and keep progressing, but that people piece will always be in place.
Personal interaction.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That will never be replaced, and being there for people and caring, that's my biggest quality, and that's why I've had the success I've had in the past with what we've done. And I strive to keep doing that in real estate and bring different concepts to the Duluth area and just have a blast. So, love it.
Let's. Why don't you give us like a brief overview of kind of some of the things you've been involved in the past, just so we have an idea on your track record.
So graduated high school in 2011 and started in real estate about a year after. And my first couple of years, my first year, I sold only a few houses and just kept working, kept talking to people, kept meeting people, kept being a student of the game. And by year 3, I was up about 50%. By year 4, I was up another 100%, and just kept doubling my business. And at about year 5, I started to invest into rentals, and now I've built a portfolio of about 15 to 20 units.
Congrats.
Commercial and residential. So we have college houses that college kids rent from, all the way to just your standard residential rental properties, all the way to managing. I am the landlord of Topper's Pizza now. Just sold the restaurant to an awesome group out of Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and then opened up the tap room here, the Blue Tap Exchange, that features 40 taps that are self-pour and a full-service bar, and just another cool place that Lincoln Park has to offer, and a really cool environment that has really started off really good. And then we're hoping to carry this into Superior with the next Topper's Pizza. So I'll be helping develop that. And on top of that, we did 90 transactions last year for the Jordan DeCaro real estate team. And our goal is to hit 120 this year. And just our biggest thing is just keeping people happy, really, really caring about what people's needs are. And that's what really, at the end of the day, is going to get us to where we want to be. So.
Absolutely. So with this long track history of all these entrepreneurial endeavors, what made you get started? Why did you have this hunger to go out and do work?
I think when you first go out and you do a couple things at the start, and then you move into just the commercial pieces, it turns to be contagious, and you get a taste for it, and then you just want to keep doing it. And that's kind of where I started when I was 18 years old, and it just I kept wanting to do different stuff. So
obviously, yes, you do a lot of different things. With somebody who has so many things going on, how do you stay motivated? What keeps you going all the time with all that energy?
Just every day you want to work really hard and maintain that reputation, and you want that hunger to be successful. And you see some of these quotes that, hey, I want to be so successful where it's more important than breathing. That's just, I kind of have that motive that I want to have a good life moving forward, and I want to be at the end of my life one day, and I want people to be like, wow, that guy really stood out for something in Duluth, and he made a name for himself here, and he created a great environment, a great place for people to hang out, or he did a great job selling houses to people, and that's kind of what I really want to focus on doing, is just continue to bring a great environment, have fun, and just build a legacy. It's just, Duluth is a great place, and you want to try to retain as many people here as possible, and that's what our goals are for real estate, and that's what the goal is here, just to have fun with it.
Yep.
So, you look at like Kobe Bryant, he said that, if you're not having fun with what you're doing, then you're not living. That's kind of, a reminder to everybody right now that that's a huge component in your life, and it's short, and you want to have that success, and you want to have fun doing it.
Make the most of it.
Make the most of it.
So speaking of making the most of it, let's talk a little more about what you have going on here. Let's walk through the idea conception to the follow.
So basically, you walk in the door, you give the host your ID and your credit card, and you check in, and you get a wristband just like this. Yep, so then that wristband has 32 ounces on it, and you can swipe the tap that you want, and then it'll say, "Welcome, Jordan," and you pour the ounces that you have, and then it says you poured X amount of ounces at this price, and then you go and enjoy. We have board games, we have TVs, we have music. You enjoy just the atmosphere. That's been our biggest thing, is just having a great atmosphere and people like coming back. At 32 ounces, you will get shut off, and then you have to check back in, and you can check in for 32 ounces until the host evaluates you and they say that you're cut off.
I was wondering how that kind of worked and how the liability of that goes with over serving.
Yep, so I sat down with the city of Duluth and said, hey, this is how the liability is covered, and the biggest thing here, you're dealing with alcohol, and you're dealing with safety of people and people driving, and that is no joke. So we want to make sure that this is a safe environment, that people can enjoy a variety of different taps and a full bar, and be safe with it. Drink responsibly, but have a good time.
So with so many proverbial irons in the fire, like you have a lot of things going on, what does your day look like? How do you tackle everything?
Biggest thing is just time management, really structure. I sit down at night and I say, okay, this is where I'm going to take care of real estate, this is where I'm going to take care of the tap room, this is where I'm going to run service calls for the rentals, and you just break it up, and it's always, the thing that's really cool is it's always so unpredictable, and that's the difference where, a lot of people struggle with what they do in life because it's boring, or it's always the same thing, and for me, it's something that's always unpredictable, always something that is different, and that's what I love about it. So,
An adventure.
yes, absolutely. It's always something to do, always different that I have something going on, and it's fun to have that type of structure.
So what brought you to the Lincoln Park neighborhood? Or did you just see that it was up and coming, or did
What
you
didn't
want to try to
bring me
make
to the Lincoln Park
Okay, let's
neighborhood?
go there.
The Duluth Grill, Tom Hansen, Bent Paddle, just the surroundings. It's amazing what this group did here. They created a location that hasn't had the greatest reputation the last 5 years, and they made it a destination. People will come down here now and want to hang out and want to enjoy, like the tourism season. It's going to be crazy. You have a bunch of housing coming in the works, and they changed the reputation of it. They uplifted what was down here, and they really made a name for it, and it was all just jumping on the momentum. Really, if you think about it, I just found a building that had good bones, and had a cool different concept, and brought good customer service with it. That's and I give those guys the credit for really setting us up for an awesome concept here. So
Yeah.
So as a real estate agent and a business owner in this area, then how do you see this place shaping up in the next 5 years, the Lincoln Park Craft District?
in 5 years, it's going to be a heck of a lot different than it is today. It's going to be
I agree.
the housing, just the development. It's such a strong community, and really all it really needs to do is just really put everybody on board. There's still people that are here that say, oh, it's still not the greatest, and no, it's really developed. I mean, if you look at Duluth the whole, it's amazing the development that is going across the city, but just in this area, they have so many big plans, and there's so many strong and awesome business owners that are going to be developing real estate as far as residential, commercial, there's so much more in the works. This is just the beginning. So
Which is awesome. There's plenty to come.
to be at the bottom of it,
As it
per
grows.
se, as it grows,
Yeah,
I think
that's great.
I think there's so much momentum here to jump onto, and it's just going to take cleaning the back and the fronts, making things presentable. Just small stuff will continue to create the brand. It's a brand. If you think about it, it's the craft district, and we all have to put our piece together and pitch in and make it an awesome place. And that's what that's the mantra down here right now. So
Yep, absolutely. Why don't you? We didn't talk a whole lot about this. Why don't you give us a little bit more information on the Jordan DeCaro real estate team? Let's talk about your real estate.
So the Jordan DeCaro real estate team, it's started from 2012, where I was on my own and started at Coldwell Banker, and in 2017 I went to Remax Results, who took the brand in crazy spots, just kind of like what Tom and Ben Paddle have done at Lincoln Park. They've upped the digital side for me and really put me in my prime, and now I have a group of 5 people that sell with me, and we just strive to be really good to people, and that's how we built our business. And we're just really working on building sales and building good relationships, kind of like what you guys are doing. We want to be there for people, and that's what real estate's all about. It's about putting yourself in front of a bus for somebody to make sure that they're going to find the greatest house, that they can come in, live there for a few years, resell, or just be really honest with them. I think that's the biggest thing that this industry lacks, is just straight honesty. And this is what I can do for you. This is the timeline. Just being organized, being honest, and being a good person. I think that's the biggest thing, is just being you and being there for people. That's the nice part about real estate, and that's why it's really not even a job anymore. It's a hobby. It's fun. I wake up every morning like, hey, I'm going to tackle this, and I'm going to take care of business today. Yeah, and
Excited
so
to do it. I think that's important.
that's the best part about it. If you go somewhere and you feel like it's a job, you're not going to want to be there.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm lucky enough to have a couple different components in my life where I can have fun, and because if it was a job, I probably wouldn't want to do it, and I wouldn't have the success that I've had. So it's been the real estate piece has been amazing. It's been just a great 9 years now, and just continuing to grow the brand. And we just built a brand new website and brand new social media pieces that we're going to continue to grow and have success with.
Right back.
So
Be nice to him. Be nice to Jordy.
we're going to interview them.
Oh, is it recorded?
Yeah, don't worry, you'll be in.
Cameo appearance.
Right.
So what? If you had somebody, let's say you looked at 18-year-old Jordan, what advice would you have for him?
I'd say just to be honest and be there for people, and always be good with communication, and just be able to communicate and have fun, and carry that environment to who you consume to. That's the biggest thing. It's always important to make the process fun. A lot of people, it was so stressful the first couple of times.
Of course it was.
I communicate with my people so they have fun with it, they enjoy it, they will want to do this again. They will want to buy an investment property, or they'll want to go up on the scale of what they're looking at for their home, upgrade and be able to do different things and not be scared. That's the biggest thing, is people just get scared of the process, and it's like, hey, we're just hanging out, we're just having fun, and we're just going to continue to work to your goal. And that's what I try to do every day. Is everyone wants to reach their goal. That's what everyone's looking to do. And if you can create a good environment and a fun process for somebody, just keep striving for that success.
If you're 18, would you do it all over again?
I would.
Yeah.
I actually tell everyone that if I didn't do real estate, I probably would have done like HVAC, something like where I could run a business in plumbing, just because there's such a high demand for it. But honestly, I love what I've done. I wouldn't be here if I didn't go through a lot of the hard days, and the days where you're working 12, 13 hours, and those tough times, and it really has become a brand. And I never even imagined that it would be this far. It would even come to this extent. And woke up one day and it's everything I've ever wanted, and I'm in my hometown. I get to stay here, and that's really hard for people. You know, my biggest thing with Duluth is you want to try to retain as many people as possible, and that's the one thing I think we're struggling at right now. And I think that as we grow here, I think it's going to be a place where people will want to stay for 15, 20 years versus 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you work hard, you're honest with people, and you do your best to help them out, and then someday you also can have your face on a billboard.
Yeah.
like Jordan did for a while.
Well, and we're going to continue to do that and grow the brand that way. But at the end of the day, we're going to we do it by what we do out in the field, what we do with marketing, what we do with the customer satisfaction. That's where the billboard, that's where that all comes together. That's the glue of everything. The glue is how you treat people, how people think
How
of
they
you.
recognize you.
Yes.
Like when you see.
It's not about the billboard. It's about that guy is on the billboard. He was super cool to me. He told me, this is my advice to you. This is how you're going to be put in the best position to succeed, and just
Keep the reputation behind the face.
Keep having that motive, and the billboard will be more and more prominent. If I was on a billboard and
Nobody
no one
liked
knew,
you?
yeah, if no one liked me or
Yeah,
no one knew
it
what I
doesn't
was
matter.
doing, why, there would be nothing behind it. So there's more to just my face behind the billboard, and you'll be seeing it here real soon.
You got another one coming up?
Oh, there's going to be a lot more of that. So it's just a cool way to connect this to the city of Duluth and to my market, and it's old school, it's traditional, and we're always going to have the people piece in this era, and we're always going to have the technology advancing, but it'll never replace the interaction with the person.
Yeah.
The robots or whatever is going to come to fruition at some point, it will never be the same as just the personal touches of a human being.
Yep.
And the honesty and just the customer service.
No, I absolutely agree, man. Well, hey, we really appreciate you sitting down with us.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks for showing us your space.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate it.
The real estate is DeCaroRealEstate.com, and the tap room is located at 1905 West Superior Street. And we want to see a lot of people for the Super Bowl, if this will be on by then. If not, just the spring, summer. And then let us know if you're looking to buy or sell a home.
Awesome.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.